Hey, I always do this. I always start the pod like this.
Sure.
Welcome to Shot the Culture, where we shot the culture through conversations and content that leads to actions, and those actions lead to results. I'm Dom.
Kirk Rich.
It's
Man,
Bobby
who
Baymont.
Baymont?
Yes, sir. It's Bobby Baymont. What's up, y'all?
What's going on with you, brother?
Just chilling, man. Living. Just another
Yes,
day.
sir. Yes, sir. Glad to have you, man. Glad to have you. Welcome to Shock the Culture.
I
Welcome.
appreciate you having me.
Absolutely, bro.
Hey
Absolutely.
man, who's Bobby Baymont? Who is that? Who is he?
Bobby Baymont's a rapper, lyricist, writer, producer, director, and videographer, all around media. Just a creative, if you want to put it into one word, just a creative.
Cool. Okay. Okay.
Dang.
So yeah, do a little bit of everything. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So going into that, like I have a two-part question. Um, where did you get your start? Like which skill set did you get your start in? And what's your earliest memory of hip hop?
That's a good question. I got my start. Definitely music was where it all started. Everything started with music. Everything. So like, I'd say my first experience with hip hop was this magazine. I got a magazine when I was like, had to have been 6, 7. We got these magazines and we used to buy CDs from them. They used to be like CD
God.
magazine. You could buy
Yeah.
like all these CDs. It was literally pages just of CDs. So like I would just like the album covers and shit. So I would just be like, yo, mom, I want this. Like, I want this. Can I get this? But my first CD, my first album that I ever got was LL Cool J to Go and TLC.
Oh,
And
man.
so
What's
that was
the album?
what?
Fan mail?
The TLC one?
Yeah. Fan mail?
That's the one with it's got the 3 of them on the album cover and they're all like looking straight forward.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, fan mail, yeah.
I remember that because I think that came out the same year Goat came out.
Yup. That's
So
why I picked both of them and they were literally like right next to each other and I was like, damn, these are cold ass like album covers. I don't know why I just like that LL Cool J to Go cover, but
Is that where GOAT came from in hip hop?
yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my introduction to hip hop. So the GOAT, like
and that's
for real.
You just I'm about to throw my questions away. No, because you just said something that I tried to prove to somebody. There was an argument on Threads.
Oh, okay.
There was a girl saying, "Why would you drop your music the same day as the mainstream artists? Get all the attention on the days that they don't drop." So I can see both sides of that, but she was like totally against it. So I'm thinking like, hey, if I'm indie, I will, and I had some pretty dope placements or a marketing team that could get me right there. I would want my album to be next to For All My Dogs, because when you go through all the stuff or all the other albums, you're gonna see mine right there too. Because what you did with the GOAT, I did the same thing with Carter 3 when Plies dropped with the Carter 3.
Yeah.
Carter 3, and I bought Real Testament.
That's what's up. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah,
that's definitely tough.
I never, and then that's some other music nerd stuff too, Kurt. I don't think you ever, when you went and bought CDs, I don't ever remember only buying one CD.
Yeah. No, I did. I never just bought one.
Yeah, I don't remember ever just going in there like, hey, I need that Wayne, and that's it. It was always you might have walked out with 2 or 3.
Yeah, no, I was always buying CDs. That was like I collect CDs. I got my CDs in the back seat.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that y'all into something. You onto something. And I think too, like back in the days, life wasn't as fast paced. So even now, like if you drop someone the same day as whoever, people are done with their album in like an hour. Like they might, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you might catch somebody in the music listening mood.
Yeah.
Probably, bro. Imagine that placement, bro. Like how we got like Spotify placements. You can get on the top of the playlist for more.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, hey, bro, in Target right now for 10 racks, I could get your album on the same shelf as Plies and Wayne.
It probably is somebody people do. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't tell me
I'm doing it.
Yeah, you can't tell me that wasn't part of the press run.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Say this, you be on the bottom row. You pay
Hey,
this.
bro, I feel like that was a bunch of rappers' press runs back when Wayne was on his run. I feel like there was no choice.
Yeah, let me get next to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hopping back in. I listened to Gemini, man. And I want to say I like the album.
Appreciate it.
The vibes that I got when I listened to it was fun. It was a fun album, dope vibes. It made me feel happy. Like it wasn't like the trap music. It wasn't sad R&B. It was like I could tell what mission you was on. I'm gonna ask you about that later. But I want to know because you know how when a lot of people or myself, I don't out loud like to compare people to other rappers. Like when I'm very conscious of that.
Yeah.
Like if like you sounded like somebody and I was posting or helping someone write a blog post or a publication, Bobby Baymont sounds like, no, I would never say that out loud, but it by myself in conversations, I probably be like, hey, bro, sound like, but you didn't sound like anybody to me. So I was wondering, like, who are your influences and where'd you get your sound from?
That's a good question. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks about the album.
No problem, bro.
And
I saved it and everything. It'll be in my rotation.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I got my inspiration, honestly. Like I said, just like listening to like LL Cool J was the first rap album that I listened to, but I don't think that was like inspired me to rap. What inspired me to rap was my brother making beats. So I'm not sure who he was influenced by, but Dr. Dre for sure, and Tupac. Tupac is his favorite artist. But like that used to inspire me because he would be this is my younger brother. So like, but we were adopted. Yeah, he makes the beats, bro, and like he was cold with it. He's cold with it. But we were adopted from Haiti, so we're like 5 months apart. We're from different families. So we were 5 months apart. We went to school together. Everything. That's my dog. But like he used to make the beats. He used to like have the little webcam mic, rapping, doing like the sound effects. You know what I'm saying, with the webcam mic and all that, like doing it on Fruity Loops. And I used to just be writing. You know what I mean, like in the cut, just writing maybe like a movie or like, you know what I mean, a poem or something. You know what I mean, just doing something. But he was always rapping, so that used to inspire me. And he used to for our band, he used to rap in the Timberwolves stadium when our team would go to state and shit. So that inspired me. So I wouldn't say it's like really anybody that inspired me, but like seeing it. That was because where I grew up, it wasn't no rappers like that. So it was my brother. You know what I mean? That was Minnesota. That's where I'm from. A small town up north. I was adopted from Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Moved to predominant all white town. Like it was me, my brother, my sister, us. So like when I see my brother rap, that shit inspired me. You know what I mean? And like that's why I got my individual sound. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, that's deep, man. That's really deep. Yeah. Now that makes me think of some things like, okay, it makes sense. One question that I have, another 2-part question for you, and you kind of answered and alluded to it. So with you growing up in an area where hip hop was there a local scene, like local hip hop scene at all in Minnesota? Okay,
In Minnesota, yeah. There was, just not where I grew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd have to go like, man, I'd say, you know what I mean? Fargo, North Dakota was like kind of close. That was like the biggest city, but otherwise you go to Minneapolis. That's where it was like the dream, you know what I mean? Like that
wow.
was like the big thing for me was like get to Minneapolis, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
shit, that's how it was.
Okay. That man. Okay. Okay. So that definitely plays into how you have your own original sound. And what, like, why is artistry important to you?
I feel like for me, that was my way to, you know what I mean? That was my outlet when it got
Mhm.
to a point where, you know, like you don't got, sometimes you get like to a point where you don't know like how to express yourself, and it's like
Mhm.
hard for some people, you know what I mean? It's hard for some people to like get, I don't know, get their, what they got to say out, their purpose, you know what I mean? And music's always been that for me. So I've always gone into the booth kind of like with an idea or like a topic or something that's on my mind, and I'm able to make myself like listening to myself, it feels good. That's what I want. I want my shit to feel good to me, because it's kind of like it's just been my outlet, you know what I mean? I may make some like shit for the club, but a lot of times I'm going in writing off of topics. Just that's, I don't know, I feel like that's important. I feel like that's what the game needs. It needs more of like artists just being themselves and giving the fans what they want, rather than just going in and rapping about the industry norm, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope.
I be all over the place with the answers, so you
Oh,
know what
that's
I mean?
good. That's good,
That's
man. No, for real. No,
Yeah.
real talk. That's
that
good,
answer.
man.
That
Yeah,
answer.
you just gotta feel me. I'll get there. I'll get there, but it takes a second.
No, what you said is, hey, that's what we have this platform, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a big
Your answer
believer.
might have helped somebody.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
yeah,
I feel that. I feel that.
You basically
I get
explained.
that vibe too. I get that vibe too from y'all. I be seeing I be on the platform looking at what y'all do. I get the vibe. You be trying to like uplift with a platform that you guys built like yourselves. You know what I mean? I like that. I respect that. I respect the just building something from the ground up. You know what I mean? And actually connecting with like higher ups. You know what I mean? And just pushing some, because a lot of that's harder for a lot of people than we think. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, so this is a what we say. We're creatives as well. We're creatives as well. So creative by nature. So we talk to each other all day, rambling. Like we'll get to the point. That wasn't a ramble just now, what you did, but we talk to each other and we understand that creative language. So that was a great
Right.
answer, man. And so we're grateful to have you here. And
Yeah.
we're grateful to be able to provide that platform for creators to express themselves. Like you said, just the industry norm and stuff like that. Like people are talking about it. Rap music is down 40% now. The sales are
Yeah.
down 40%. So some of those industry norms kind of need to be restructured. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hitting like it used to. But I have a question for you about that later. So it's interesting that you
Yeah.
talking
No,
about
let's stay on that because I'm gonna forget.
that.
This is like me.
No, first I'm gonna say I loved your answer because that's how you stay creative. You literally explained how you stay creative. You figure out what you like and try to do something that somebody else ain't doing. So then on top of what you just said, Kurt, I honestly believe, bro, for 1 year, if I don't know if you remember my post when I said on Facebook, if they made you cite your source before you post it, it would cut out a lot of lying.
Dang, that's a good point.
So I think, bro, I want for 1 year if they just was like, hey, you can only talk about your life and your music your way.
Yeah,
Like if you do this type of rap, I want you to figure out how to talk about your life in it.
yeah,
If that's your cadence, I want you to figure out how to talk about your life.
I feel that.
Because
Yeah,
everybody ain't living the same.
Yeah.
It seems that way, or it's perceived that way.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
I think that would make stuff not sound alike.
Facts.
And it got to be the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you had to write your rhymes like a paper. Cite your sources.
Yeah.
I know this ain't gonna happen. It just was a creative thought of mine. Like you got.
I feel it.
This you got to really be like, all right, I did that, and then you got to turn it into the label, and they got to check it.
That's that'd be dope. That'd be dope. I feel shit.
We would get a lot. We would get a lot. The music would be different.
Yeah, I would. It'd be that. I wonder what people would do. I wonder what people would do to be creative with that. Like, because music is about firsts. I feel like the first person to like rap about this, or the first person to touch on this, the first person to say that. I feel like I don't know what it would be if it was like that. That'd be crazy.
What's the newest sound we got though?
New sound? You talking about it in the game? Man. I don't know. I think it's still that the kind of the like the African sound, like kind of, you know what I mean? I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's like, or that the Jamaican like reggae, hip hop, like type of vibe. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but like, you know, Drake be with his accent and shit. Like,
yeah.
I feel like that type of sound. That's like the sound that's going right now, or the like house type shit. That's a lot of people are doing that.
Right.
Hey, what made you move from Minnesota to Arizona?
The heat, man. I was doing music at that time. I was doing phlebotomy at the time. I was a phlebotomist, and I wanted to transfer. I wanted to go somewhere, so I applied to like every warm spot in the United States. I literally applied to every warm spot in the United States that would take me, and I got like Seattle. It was Arizona, Phoenix, and man, what it was like South Carolina or North Carolina or something. But I didn't know nothing about Seattle or North Carolina. I just knew Phoenix was like right next to Cali. So I was like, all right, bet. So I transferred out here, ended up doing phlebotomy for like 6 months, and then doing photography and film and video and music. And I ended up quitting my job and just going ever since 2019, January 20th.
So you've been a full-time artist for over 3 years?
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. January 20th. January 20th, my homie, my bro, my business partner right now, my manager. I remember I got home, I worked like 6 a.m. until like 5:30, and I got home. I remember just sitting on the couch, and I was like, bro, I don't want to do this shit no more. And I felt it. I was like, he's like, you want to record? And I'm like, no. I was like, no, I don't. And he was like, yo, bro, if anyone could quit their job, it could be you. Like, and fucking do this. You know what I mean? Like, quit. He's like, quit. So I was like, all right, bet. So like, I called my job. I'm like, yo, I'm not going in tomorrow. Like, I'm pushing this shit. Like, yeah. So ever since, been pushing the line, bro. Like, I don't know. So it worked. It was the right choice.
What's the first thing you did to get money as an independent artist that just quit their job?
I had a camera, so I was going down to downtown Phoenix, and I was charging people like $5 or $10 for photo shoots.
Getting your name out there.
Yeah, and then I was charging. I had my homies. Dang, and now I say that's a good question, bro. I'm glad you said that. I was hitting my homies up, my homie Ty, telling people like they could live with me and record if they like paid, you know what I mean? So that paid like my rent, you know what I'm saying? And like I was recording people, making music, recording the homies, and making my own projects and making money, going out with the camera, shooting music videos for the people living with me, pushing them. Like, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? We were all kind of like eating off of it. And then ended up just getting my own crib, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay. I have a
yeah.
follow-up question to that.
Yeah. So that it was
you,
just like that. It was just small jobs, like, you know what I mean? Just trying to hustle with the cam and the mic.
okay,
That's what's up, bro. You
nice.
went in full-time grind mode instantly.
So when you went full time, do you feel like it unlocked another level of creativity or hustle versus
That day, bro. Yeah.
what
Yeah.
can you detail, like, can you detail that for somebody who's like on that cusp, you know, because that's, I'm a big believer in that. Like,
Yeah.
not
So
giving yourself away.
so this is how I was thinking when I was, but you got to know yourself, you know what I mean? Like back when I was living in Minnesota, I was putting it together. I had the camera. I was doing the same thing. I was hustling, doing free pictures. You know what I mean? Like, yo, can I take your picture for my portfolio? I knew what I was doing. I just didn't know the direction. You know, I didn't know the
Free,
direction. And you know what I
free.
mean? Yeah, facts. Like everybody's doing it. It's just like you got to know yourself. It's
You
like I was
sold
doing it.
into
I
it
just didn't know.
and got
So
it
then,
back.
yeah, but I had the homie who was there, and thank God he did. He was like, bro, quit your job. You know what I mean? Push it. And it made me uncomfortable. Like quitting that shit, bro. Like I was worried. You know what I mean? I was worried a little bit, but I was like, you know what I mean? Everybody's got to chip in, and that kind of like pushed me to be a business owner and a boss, to like be like, I need this and everybody's going to benefit, and if I can't benefit, then I can't help anybody benefit. If I'm not good, I can't help you. You know what I mean? So like if I'm gonna quit my job, everybody's got to pitch in so I can go up, you know what I mean? And we can all go up with
Right.
that, because like we believe in each other, right? So like that's what it was. And I just knew what I had in place. You know what I mean? With the camera, I knew what I had. It's just I kind of forgot working that 9 to 5. I was like, dang, what did I come here for? Did I come here to do this? And then it's like, then I just put it into grind mode. I started looking up how to be a business owner, how to get leads, how to
You
how to,
studied.
you know what I mean, how to do all that, and just doing research, having the mindset, and just putting the plan in place. That was all I needed to do. It was in me already. I just needed to put it in place, and then God put the pieces together. Like the stuff that happened to me was crazy. You know what I mean? Like I met the homies outside of my car. Sometimes I'd be like, yo, you make music? And some of those relationships I still have today. And it's like, so, you know, God just put pieces together, and I better believe in myself.
Yeah. I love to hear it, man. I love to hear it because I quit my job 2 weeks before the pandemic hit.
Ooh, yeah.
And I had a roll back in because I was like, you know, I'm about to go all in on this invested thing. I had a roll back in because my regional manager, he had a Series 7 license. So he knew what the investing life was like. So he was like, look, if something happened, Kurt, you good. You know, if 6 months is not working out, come on back. So I'm making money and everything's going good. And then bam, the pandemic hits, and that road is like I was like, you know what? Now I don't have that same end. It was so, but getting in that space where you don't have that lifeline, it's like, bro, I'm not about to drown. And your brain goes into like you said, you start putting those pieces together that's been there all along. But you couldn't see it because you were comfortable, because you know if this don't work out, I still got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I still got work. You know what I mean? It's all good. Like I'm gonna just get my ass. I'm gonna go to sleep and get my ass up. Like that. I remember thinking like that, bro. I literally remember thinking just like that. Like being like, man, I'm gonna go spend some shit, but I get paid. You know what I mean? Tomorrow, like. But like, and people, there's one thing people don't really get, bro, is I was working my ass off. I was, you know what I mean, saying like, yeah, I'm working 9 to 10 hours, working my ass off. You know what I mean? But now I'm working my mind off. You know what I mean? Like you are and I just started some shit. I just started that shit. But like, you know what I mean? Like I be thinking, like you think a lot more as a business owner, and you work a lot more if you care about your craft. Like I want to hire people for my job, for my photography and film business that I feel like are better than me. You know what I mean? That can shoot me. I want to find another me. So I'm putting in the groundwork that somebody else can take over. You know what I'm saying? Working my ass off. You know what I mean? Harder than what I was as a phlebotomist. So
Yes.
you know what I mean? But you gotta love it. That's what I went into it for, is because I love doing that, and I could do that forever. So
Hey,
it's like same with the music.
I love it.
I got a question for you. Then we can hop back in. What did you do or see in yourself to where you felt like you could do that? Because I know, I was telling Kurt like last week I took vacation, and I told Kurt, I was like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna go hard
That's
on
what's up.
full entrepreneurial in front of the laptop, throwing together stuff, and see how much I can make." I missed my mark, but I still didn't think I went that hard. But I definitely almost hit it. So I know in the back of my mind I could do it.
Yeah.
It's just something else I want to tie up. I'll keep offline, but I had to see it.
Yeah.
Like I really
That's where
had.
it starts.
Yeah. So what was that for you? What did you do? Like, was there a day that you got like 10 clients to go shoot for? You
Yeah.
like, dang, bro, I worked 12 hours, and you know, because you start looking like, all right, if I work 12 hours as a phlebotomist and one day I make this, I made that in one shoot and I did 10 of those.
Yeah. I missed 100 marks, bro. That's how I did it. I missed 100 marks, bro. I used to have marks, you know what I mean? I would get leads and get turned down 100 times, bro. 100 times. But the thing about shit like that, bro, is you got to know it. And like, you just got to know what you're doing and just have faith. You know what I mean? That's a lot of it. And it's going to come if you're working hard. The first step is, you know what I'm saying? Getting to the point to where you can say, I missed my mark. You did it. You were grinding. So what we forget is the journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people forget, like, dang, who did you connect with during those times you missed those marks? How can we can keep our connection? Like, how can we work on being better to where we can hit our mark next time? You know what I mean? And just remembering everything you did, trying to do it better. You know what I mean? Same with the music. Like, I had visions for so much of my music, and I missed the mark a lot. You know what I mean? A lot. But like, you just got to keep going. You got to keep going with it, but never exhaust your resources. Never burn a bridge. I've never been fired from a job. I've never burnt a bridge ever. And some people do, but you know what I mean? Just like, I try to always do my part, and that always comes back. You know what I mean? Like, if you do the right thing, even if you miss the mark, bro, like, as long as you keep trying to make the mark, you know what I mean? You're gonna hit it. You're gonna hit it. You never know when you're gonna hit it. You know what I mean? So like, that's my mindset. That's just how I think. That's how I think. And I know it's true, and I know it works because I've hit my mark plenty of times. Plenty of times. Maybe not as many times as I missed the mark, but I hit my marks. You know what I mean? I hit them. So that's how I be thinking.
I love it. I love everything about it, man. I love,
Yeah.
because like, when you say that, you know, like, not burning bridges, I think that's a big thing. I think that's a huge thing. I know that because I've had people from my former job literally refer me to somebody that they work with to, you know, come and shop me in the business. So, you know, a lot of times we get online and we see all this stuff, and people like, oh, if you work a job, you stupid. After 9 to 5, you da 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 da. And it's just burning bridges for views.
Yeah.
Like you said, it might have been somebody you used to work with phlebotomy office, Miss Susan, be like, you know what? Bobby takes pictures. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? Or my daughter got a wedding coming up, and now that's a big bag that might, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So,
And it all goes back. It all goes back for me to like how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? How I grew up. I had to. I feel like Bobby Baymont is me. Like that's just it's me. Like that's me. Adam David, photography and film. My name is Adam David. It was given to me by my mom and dad. You know what I mean? So like I feel like I always had to turn it on. I always had to go to school, act right. You know what I mean? Make sure you respect people. Make sure you abide by the rules. You know what I mean? That's always been like how we grow up. You know what I mean? You gotta like your parents be telling you what to do, and like, you know what I mean? It's just something like that. So I feel like the Bobby Baymont, it's like it just goes back to like being able to remember and have an outlet for yourself. Have an outlet for your creative self. You know what I mean? Bobby Baymont's always been me. When I was working a job, those were the times I was pushing Bobby Baymont the most, like the most, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, oh man, I can't wait to get out of this job and like snap, you know what I mean? Like check my music out. You know what I mean? Cause like this isn't how I don't really be like. I was the dude that's like, nah, I don't really be like this at work. You know what I mean? Like I just got to talk to the people like this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, so like, you know what I mean? That's how I was. And I feel like I made a lot of connections like that. You know what I'm saying? Just being a real person. So like, you know what I mean?
I'm with it. I love it, man. I love it. I heard a quote, can't take credit for it. Shout out to Myron Golden, but he talks about the highest ways to add value to any community that you're in is to communicate and to create. So when you're your creative self, you're adding the most value because you're thinking of solutions. You're thinking of how can I add value? What role can I create or whatever to help this thing move forward? And a lot of times with the 9 to 5, we get comfortable with the paycheck, so we feel like we don't need to create no more. We just consume. We just, you know what I'm saying? We just chill, we get comfortable and go, I don't have to go there. I could do a little something. So I love that, man. I love you took your leap of faith, and I know somebody's going to watch this and they're going to now get the blueprint. Like, oh, I could still keep my good relations. I could still be professional. I could still take that leap of faith and go hard. So I love it, man.
Yeah, it's cool. Like it's cool to do that. You know what I mean? It's cool to do that. It's cool to have a plan. You know what I mean? It's cool to have a plan and have your own like grind. You know what I mean? No, like nobody's gonna give you shit for having a job for your own reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the fuck? Like I don't know. Like I always thought that shit was dumb. I always thought that was like the dumbest shit ever when people would be like, yeah, but you have a job, so you're not a rapper. And I'm like, bro, come get the bars then. Like let's see. Like let's see. Like, so I don't know, but that's just how it be, bro.
Let's get it. Oh man.
Hey, speaking of bars, man, what influenced Gemini?
Shit, just being a Gemini myself and wanting to give the people both sides, the bars, the music, and like my talent, you know what I mean? And the fact that I can make people move, you know what I mean? I wanted to make songs that can make people vibe out, like McGrady, Wait Up, you know what I'm saying? Songs like that on the album Nobody. That was a stretch for me. I haven't made music necessarily like that. That's like kind of, it's just so much different from what I've made. It's just the album, I think, is just like produced so well. Sincerely Collins did an amazing job. We were in studio the whole time making the beats. All those are in-house beats. It's just, I don't know. I feel like the inspiration just was me.
Y'all created everything within.
I had an idea like that beat, I Can't Stop. Me and him, and he was making the beat, and I was like, dang, like he was saying something about Mace, and I'm like, yeah, I can see that. And then he said what I was thinking. He's like, yeah, can't stop, same old pimp, can't stop. There ain't nothing changed but my limp. And I was like, oh my God, that goes perfect.
Look at my question.
Okay.
You see how
yeah. We're on that time, man. We're on that time. You got me in my bag.
Hey, I was about to say that tough track.
Yeah.
You swagged out on this album too. And to circle back to what we were saying 30 minutes ago, where you said you want to be your own boss, you want to be this, you wanted to do that. I could tell. I was gonna ask you.
We out in nature now. I gotta get in nature. You asking those questions, bro? I gotta get in nature.
I was gonna ask you, like, did you have aspirations of being like you kind of answered it because you said I'm not trying to just I'm trying to hire people that are better than me, so I don't have to do the work. Do you have the same type of aspirations as an artist? Like, would you ever be interested in running your own creative squad, or bringing on artists to Adam David?
Yeah.
Just starting a whole type of collective type deal.
Yeah. That's a good question. That's a great question.
You're talking about being a boss a lot. You're talking about owning this, see me here. It sounded like somebody told you couldn't do it either.
Yeah.
Did you get a lot of that?
Yeah. Yeah. Growing up all the time, bro. Like it's crazy what other people can push you to do. So it's like I've been told that I couldn't rap my whole life and I couldn't make music because of my voice. My voice doesn't sound like a rapper, all that shit. So it's like and when it comes to like doing stuff for the artists, I look at that the same way because I'm a fan of hip hop. I wanna have a record label and I wanna promote artists with my resources, like being able to promote their media, push their videos, do their own press through me, and that's all a part of what's to come. But I want it to be the best. So I wanna push me as far as I can go right now. But that is something I want to get back into. I want to get into and double back. That's definitely part of the vision.
Nice.
That's dope. Nice. That's super
yeah.
good.
Yeah, and that's how I be thinking with music and collaborations too. And what I was saying, the never getting fired from a job or any of that, and keeping bridges. That's how I feel about music. I feel like I've never argued or tried to talk down on like if an artist that I've worked with, even if it's like an artist that maybe doesn't have as much as me, if they need something, I always provide it. If they need a studio, if they need money, if they got a budget, and I'll pay it if I want to work with them. And when you're an artist, people get this messed up. Is you're your own boss. You're the CEO. You're the label. You're everything. So these labels aren't just going to people and saying, "Hey, can I get a free verse? Can I get a free verse?" No, the labels are paying each other. So if you're the label, you got to not have an ego in this game. And if you're a fan of every artist I've worked with, I'm a fan of, and I've wanted to work with that artist on my album. So I put it together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you're the label, you got to put that together. And I feel like I put the best music together. So like that's how you should think about it as an artist. When you do features, when you do collaborations, beats, you got to respect the artist so that you get the best product. If it's an artist that you want to get on the song and they have a price, pay the price, no matter what they say. If it's a beat and they love this beat and they want to get rid of it for this amount of money, buy it. If you love it that much, if you're a real artist, you know what I mean? Like that's how I be feeling. That's how I be moving. And that's why I feel like my music does so well.
Yeah. And that's respect for the culture.
That's
you know?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I love
talked about that this morning.
Yeah.
Respecting the culture.
Facts.
And what people don't realize is like that's what keeps the culture alive. Like it's
and
funny.
Keeping people out that don't respect it.
Yes.
Facts. Yeah, exactly. What they say? You got to pay the cost to be the boss. Isn't that what they said? Isn't that what they said?
Not even.
I'm saying.
Talking about getting.
Hey, but I love it though.
You said go ahead.
because a lot of times in our cultures, whatever, we get people who see what you can get from something, and they want to get everything and give nothing.
Yeah.
Like Dom and I are dealing with it right now. We have people who are looking at our content and will hit us up. Hey man, can we talk? Can we talk? And they'll sit on the phone and tell you their whole life story, this, that, and third. Meanwhile, they just trying to get something for free. And then next thing you know, like, all right, bet we supposed to be working. Oh, instead you're gonna go try to copy the content. Instead of just you don't realize, hey, when you shop with us, now you might have access to our entire network. So guess what? We might be able to get you on a joint with Bobby Baymont and get some fans out on the West Coast listening to you. You know what I'm saying? They don't realize it's beyond just they want the dollars, but don't understand how powerful of a network that can be. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I love to hear that, and I want to emphasize that because we need more artists. We need more people, period, who respect the culture for what it is. Not just, I want to speak this so I can get famous. I ain't.
Man, look, man. Marketing goes so much further than what y'all put y'all money into to what you think it is. Right when you look at it, bro, y'all be paying $5 million to go get your music posted on a platform, and that's gonna erase and get forgotten about.
Man, preach,
bro. It goes past that. You have to think past the initial action. You gotta think.
Yeah.
That marketing is thinking. And a lot of y'all, I seen this trending too. What's the difference between promotion and marketing? That's the difference.
Yeah.
Promo for a club party is for that night. You're promoting a party. Promotion.
Yeah.
Promoting one asset. Marketing is the whole scope.
Exactly.
It is multifaceted.
Yeah. And there's levels too. There's levels. There's levels.
Why do we know about Bobby Baymont? If you've been watching Shot the Culture this year, you can put in the chat why we know about Bobby.
Exactly.
Because he did a song with Richie.
Yeah. Shout out Richie. Shout out Richie.
And how do we know Richie? Because Richie has a distribution deal with Ingrooves, and we did an episode with Chingy.
Ooh, salute Chingy.
Reach.
Salute Chingy.
Because he saw we did something with Chingy, and it's all under the same umbrella.
Facts.
So it's marketing, bro. So when you see Bobby on a track with Trail or Mo, you know where it came from. This episode.
Yeah.
Like,
dang, that might be exclusive.
No, for real, bro. You gotta think past.
Facts.
Hey, when you gonna post that, bro? Man,
Facts.
just post, bro.
Facts.
Yes.
Dang.
Some of y'all,
you're right, bro. You're right. That's
it because y'all think it's just a post, but hey, you gotta have the SEO. I gotta write a description. I gotta pick the right tags. I gotta see what songs did. I gotta make sure. I gotta look at the analytics and make sure I posted at the right time. Y'all, like it's so much to it that it comes natural for us to where we can explain it, but it's not easy.
It's not. And then you got to make the content.
Doing it.
Yeah, you got to make the.
Then you got to make the content too.
I skipped that. I went straight.
I skipped that. Yeah.
You can do all that in the content trash.
Yeah. But that SEO, all of that is important, bro. You're absolutely right. And
bro, stop,
man. People don't know what they're getting into, bro. It's a business. You got to look at this like a job. Like this is, it is a job if you're serious about it. And if it's not a job to you, I feel like what you know what I mean? It's a waste. You know what I mean? It's not even worth the time if it's not a job to you. If it's not, you know what I mean? If this isn't like something that you be doing, like that's how I be feeling. Like I don't know, serious music. I like making serious content, serious pieces. You know what I mean?
And if y'all study, y'all would know why y'all get so caught up and get y'all wee-wees hard over blue checks. Because blue mean trust. So y'all trust everybody with a blue check.
Yeah.
You can buy those now.
You give it to a game, bro.
Oh, bro, I'm tired of it, bro, because it's disgusting. That situation this morning that I'm not gonna say.
Yeah.
He got 55,000.
Hey, let him know.
He
Let
got
him know.
55,000 subscribers. He think he can just talk, do stuff like that to people.
No, look.
Like, no, bro, you can't do that.
Give it to a sauce.
I'm just saying, bro. You
He
know
said, I'm just saying.
Nah,
I'm just saying, bro. Y'all gotta relax. Just
I
watch.
feel it.
Just watch. I need to relax.
Yeah.
Nah, let's get messy. We can get messy. I'm with it.
Nah, not messy.
Nah,
I'm just saying, I'm just
Oh.
saying, though, bro. Like, it just watch. Yeah, you can literally watch and copy. It's cool. That's studying. That's getting the education. It's just that I don't like when people like me and you, Kurt. We literally watch people fall for the same stuff over and over again, and then they crash, and then they come back. Now that's cool.
Damn.
That's cool. That's cool because we all do it. I've done it a lot this year, and I've done it a lot the past couple weeks. Like I posted a quote today. Hey, and that was mine too, E. I ain't take that from nobody.
What?
Greatness was built from mistakes.
Hey,
that's fire.
That was mine.
That's fire.
But it is, bro, and it came off of that situation and things that me and Kurt had talked about in regards to creating and building.
Yeah.
Like you thought, like think about it, bro. I always say this. You know the root, a car. It's a car. The first car was us walking. then it was something with rock wheels on it.
Yeah.
Then it was a barrel. Then it was us getting on horses. Then it was carriages. Then it was, people holding you up and walking and running. Like it was all that. It did all that until it got into a car.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Evolve.
Airplane. Someone saw a bird in the air and was like, dang, I wonder how we could do that. I'm pretty sure that's how that happened. You saw something flying and said, I wonder how we could do that.
Yeah.
So there's a root to everything. So it's the same thing with greatness in creations. There was somebody like, dang, I want to know how, because it might have been like, hey, bro, that walk gonna be 3 hours. That means I gotta leave at 4. It's 5. I'll be there at 8. I wish there was a way I could get there quicker though.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, think about before glasses was ever around, bro. It was some blind dudes walking around here.
Yeah.
Like, see, that's how we be thinking, bro. The root.
Yeah.
Like,
you gotta.
There was a point in time where people walk around naked. Somebody got too cold or too hot.
You go back to what he's saying, man. The more like you gotta live as your creative self.
Yeah,
I promise you. If you ever had beef with somebody or a problem with somebody, I guarantee they weren't living as their creative self. They weren't. No. Yeah, they stuck in a mindset. They stuck in a mode. They stuck in an environment, or they're trying to push that negativity out on you. And since you got me talking about the culture, man, we talking about the culture. Dom hype. I wanted to ask you this because you touched it. You touched on being a business owner and executive on top of being a creative. I think we're going to see the rise of that, like the creative executive. I think that's going to be something to see the rise of. So, Bobby, if you were elected, let's say there was a hip hop union, right?
Yeah.
And you were elected president of the hip hop union. What's one thing that you're going to do to add value to the culture and enhance the culture? What's one thing that you implement?
One thing I do, I'd probably to the culture. That's a tough question.
No, you don't answer it wrong.
I maybe bring mixtapes back.
You thought of a bunch of ideas just now, though. You just don't.
Yeah, I'd probably bring mixtapes back.
Mixtapes? Okay. Hey, I'm not mad. I love that mixtape. Yeah, I love that mixtape.
Why though?
Well, hold up 1 second. But I don't know. I feel like that was that was like a time where people could be like creative without having to think like an album. You know what I'm saying? Like albums, I feel like take a lot more just thought process, a lot more business sense, a lot more just if you're creating an album, that's like a body of work that you are hopefully invested in. Mixtapes are more of like when Lil Wayne was just taking people's beats and creating over them with no sense of
Bro, we gotta
like
get Wayne
thought,
on here.
with no sense of thought, you know what I mean? No sense of caring about, is this person gonna want this to be my single? Is this person gonna sue me? Is this person gonna do any of that? Because it's just creating. They weren't. I'm not gonna say they weren't that far yet, but that is what it was. It just the game wasn't that far. But figure out a way to bring that back. You know what I mean? If they can do AI, we need to figure out a way to keep our artists natural. You know what I mean? We don't need every artist being able to be AI generated. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Oh,
I like that. I like that. I like what you're saying. Like you said, it. You know, album mode. It's a lot that goes in that legally too. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You got to pay this producer, get this registered over here, get that,
Yeah.
get that copyright, you know, that's a whole nother thing. So that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
yeah.
Get that answer.
Hey, Bobby,
What's up?
I should make my own team. Yeah, I make plays. I think I live in the ocean the way I make waves.
Oh, yeah, it's up. Yeah.
Who said
What
that?
was that?
Who said that?
I think I said that. Didn't I say that? I was like, hold up. I was like, is this a trick question? Like, hold on. I think I said that.
Hold on. Hey, I'm glad you said that because what if he said, dang.
Right.
Oh, hold on. Clip this up. Bobby Baymont does not write his own music.
Everything I make, I write. Everything I make. No, it's all good. If I didn't write the music, then shit, I'd probably be stoned. You know what I mean? But I write everything. So I was like, hold up. I was like, hold on. I'm pretty sure that's me.
I bet so with you, bro. Hey, but yo, what's next for you?
Man, I really got this EP I'm about to drop. It's got some great production. It's got a couple dope features.
Can you leak
what was that?
Is that confidential, or can we get an exclusive? Or?
I dropped 2 of the tracks on my Instagram, but I didn't really announce that it was like an EP that's getting really dropped. But okay. Yeah, I got tracks ready. It's an EP. And I'm filming for it. I'm making videos. It's got a couple of the tracks I've released on it. So I'm trying to add something new, so it's not stuff that everybody's heard now since I've released a couple of the tracks. But yeah, I got some music ready, and that's not all. So like we got a couple other big waves. I'm gonna be in New York shooting a music video for one of my songs, God Blessing Me, featuring Feenix Eve. I'll be in New York the 27th through the 30th. If anybody in New York wants to come shoot and be in the video, it's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be a big song. It's gonna be a dope song. The song's cold. It's
shout out.
Yes, sir. And that I got some other stuff popping off that I can't really say right now, but I'll also be performing the 21st in Phoenix.
Okay. You got a name for EP yet?
High Vibrations. HI Vibrations. High Vibrations.
Nice.
High Vibrations on the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's just gonna hit you. There's no release date right now. It's just some music I feel like I haven't dropped in a minute. I still got some music videos from the album coming, and I just want to drop some music. You know what I mean? It's that time.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
Okay. So here is something that we've had kind of a top secret conversation that we had. I want to say it, but you know how they be going down. They be trying to. So I'm gonna say this. Here's what I can say on air. for somebody who is looking like, what mood do I need to be in to truly, appreciate Bobby Baymont? Like, I'm having X type of day, I'm having Y type of day. What's the perfect situation? As an artist and as a creative, can you paint the perfect picture when to put your music
on? Shit, put my music on when you really before, after you work out, when you wake up, if you need that motivation just to get up and get it, like you want it from a real hustler's perspective, go put that on. I'm not trying to sugarcoat nothing to y'all. I'm being myself. I'm not trying to be nothing I'm not. If you want some real authentic just vibes, turn it on when you're feeling just like the world is just fake. Just bump Bobby Baymont when if you got like your ex is just like blowing you up and you're sick of that chick, like you're just like, yo, I'm not trying to talk to you no more. It's over. It's over.
on?
Like put on Bobby Baymont. Put on McGrady. Put on McGrady by Bobby Baymont. And when your ex is trying to get back with you and it's over, you don't want that no more. Just, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That's when you should bump Bobby Baymont, is when you're having just real life moments going on. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
We'll deal with real life forever.
Yes, sir. No, anytime you need motivation, anytime you're in the whip, because you're usually on your way to some money or doing something. So bump Bobby Baymont.
I love it.
I love that answer. I love that.
And my final question is, you've already dropped a ton of gems. I call them practical gems because you didn't set them up and present them as gems, but you really do the work. You're really on your grind. So people who really start to live that life, they're going to be able to identify things that you said. And those are the real gems. Do you have anything profound for independent artists who are out there grinding?
Man, if you're out there grinding, you're an independent artist, I'm going to be real with you. Just take it to the next level. That's it. Just take it to the next level. You know what I mean? What if you can't?
No, how do you do that?
How do you do it? If you're sitting there and you're thinking this song is cold and you know you got to push it, you know what you got to do, go out, get in your car, go downtown, turn it up on the radio, be geeked about it. Make sure you're yelling to people, tell them that you just dropped a song and it's hard. Go out there, dap people up, go to that event. You know what I'm saying? That your peoples were like, yo, let's go out tonight. Let's go network with some people. Because that's I mean, if you're making music, you're trying to get it heard. So when your people are trying to go out and market it. Go out and be confident about your music and say, I just made this song. This shit is cold. It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to do too much. You just got it in your mind. You just got to go in and stand behind your music. That's the next level. Always stand behind it. And if you're already standing behind it, then make people then demand that people stand behind it. And whether you got to invest or you got to take it to the next level and go Kanye, you know what I'm saying? Start, you know what I mean? Letting people know what they need to hear, you know what I mean? So that's the next level. And that's some game you don't need to even spend money on. That's
real. And I love that. I love it. Ooh, I love it because when you say that, it's like, one thing I'm a big believer in is like, don't talk about your brand, your creativity like it's your wife, but then you treat it like your side chick. So you talk all the big talk, I'm gonna be working on this, I'm gonna be working on that. But then we go on social media, I see you eating at McDonald's and you don't never talk about your brand. Or I see you at Steak 48 and you don't never talk about it because you feel like the people you're around ain't go push it, ain't go accept it. But like you said, like go all in. Go all in. Get on platforms like Shock the Culture. Talk about your stuff. Make connections. Bro is on the West Coast. And we're having this conversation right now.
It's love. I appreciate it. it.
In two total different time zones. And so a lot of people do that, man. They got something they want to do, or it's something that they want to see primetime results from, but they treat it like you said, they treat it like that side chick they try to keep tucked away. And then get ready to talk about some, I don't know why.
I make music. Yeah, I just made, I make music. Nah,
Yeah.
stand on that. Stand on that. I'm a rapper today. Like I'm pushing. I just made this song. Let's bump this a few times so y'all can get it. Like,
Yeah.
let's listen to this a few times. Like, run this back.
Run
That's
it
how you
back.
gotta stand on your music. That's how you gotta stand on it.
I
If
love
you're an independent artist.
We ain't gonna believe it unless we see you believe it.
Exactly.
If you ain't
Exactly.
telling me it's the hottest ever, what make you think I'ma think it's the hottest ever?
Talk to him.
Even if it's boo boo and you tell me it's hot, hold on, boo boos.
Yeah. He said, hold
Even
on.
if it's boo
He
boo
said,
and you
hold on.
think it's hot, I'm gonna listen because you the way you treated it.
Yeah, that's all people need sometimes is a listen, you know what I mean? You never know what you're gonna do tomorrow.
You know what your music is?
Yeah.
You remember
I'm
in
saying.
school how y'all used to say, man, she ain't want to start. Y'all boys ain't start talking to her until I did, because y'all seen how I was talking about her and treating her. It's your
Yeah.
music.
Ah,
Not the culture.
that's
Yes, sir. Shock the culture. It's up. Shock the culture. Let's go. Let's go. That's game. That's game.
right. With nobody trying to highlight it to their song.
Hey, nobody try. Y'all wasn't even looking at her like that. Y'all see me walking. Y'all see me on Sunday at brunch with her.
Yeah.
She had my
I'm the
pajamas on.
trendsetter. I'm the trendsetter, boy. Yeah, I'm with
She had
it.
my pajamas on.
You didn't see you eating with her with your pajamas on. You didn't see like 50 of your homies eating with girls with their pajamas on. That's how you know you're pushing it.
Then all y'all whole table went and followed her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Facts.
Oh, nasty word.
Nasty word.
I'm trying to. I love it, man. I love it.
Fire.
Yeah, Bobby, bro. Hey, you gave some real gems. Like,
real life.
This gonna inspire some people, man. And the best thing about it is like what you did. You're gonna connect with people. Like I'm a bump your music. I'm gonna bump your music. Like we've been listening to it, but I'm gonna bump it because your story is dope.
And you told me, and you literally told me. You didn't even stumble on that question. You literally told us when to go listen to your music.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the fact that you're confident in that, I can be confident in that.
Yeah. So I'm a bump.
Yeah, I was serious.
Yeah.
I was serious. Yeah, I'm serious. There's some shit in that. Yeah, McGrady by Bobby. Listen to that again. Like, yeah.
I love it. Dude. And people will bump with it next. We in a day and era of like, BET, VH1, TRL, all those things. We don't just see music videos all day, but people could start rocking with you just for the person who you are in your story. And somebody's gonna watch this and be like, "Oh, I'm in the exact same spot that he was in 2019."
Yep.
Man, I hope so.
And they'll listen to the music from that, bro, and they'll rock with that because they can play all these other artists, but they can't relate to their story, but they can relate to yours.
Facts. That's what it's all about. That's why I do it for, man.
You wasn't scared to tell it. Like you didn't flex. Like that's real. That's where we are.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
For sure.
Appreciate you. Those are good people to have around, man. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, man.
Anything you want to shout out before we head out?
Man, I want to just shout out Shock the Culture, man. Y'all be on the grind. Y'all be doing it. I see you putting the groundwork. I'm glad we finally got to connect. Man, it's a vibe. I wouldn't have even pictured it different. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it was perfect. I felt comfortable, you know what I mean? Usually I be stumbling over my words and stuff. So like y'all got me in my bag. But I want to shout out Richie Evans, Sincerely Collins, just everybody that put in work on my album Choices. You know what I'm saying? I feel like more people should listen to that song. That's a banger by Nobody, by me and Choices. Feenix Eve. Shout out. Man, there's a bunch of people I could shout out, but it's up. I appreciate y'all for having me. So
appreciate you for coming.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Start the culture.
Let's get it.